Hey guys, Jeffries here and welcome back to You Don't Win Anything with Kids. And today we have a home game. Excuse me, coughing already, that's not very good. We have a home game against Bury, who are 22nd in the league. We are 3rd in the league. We've had a really good run of results recently. Just take a look at that run of results. It's been fantastic. Couple of little defeats, one against Scunthorpe in the FA Cup, which was disappointing. This one against Gateshead was really disappointing, as was this one against Burton and our most recent game against Forest Green. But look at some of the other results in there. You know, 2-1 against Luton, 7-4 against Morecambe, 4-1 against Oxford, 7-2 against Stevenage, 6-2 against Wickham, 5-0 against Crawley. We have been flying in terms of our league form. We've been playing exceptional football. It is really just those defeats that have stained an otherwise perfect last couple of months for us. And that's kind of happened in the transfer window as well. We have brought in some new players. Let me see if I can find them first up. So, first new signing we have got is... Here he is. Jake Forster-Caskey. He has joined us from Birmingham. No, he hasn't joined us from Birmingham at all. He's joined us from Brighton. He came in for, now it says here, £1 million. It's not £1 million. Don't panic. It was actually, I think it was 250,000 up front, which is that's a pretty realistic figure for a League Two side in some cases. And then it's an extra, I think it was 700,000 over 4 years, and then some bonuses for appearances and goals. So it's a kind of realistic transfer fee for a player in this league from the Championship as well. But he has joined us, and he is a pretty good player. Get his report up. 3.5 star, potential of 3.5 star. He's our second best rated midfielder according to Huntington. Leading player for most League One sides, and he is only 22, so he has plenty of potential to grow. And those of you who watched last year's You Don't Win Anything with Kids, you'll of course recognise Forster-Caskey because he played for my Jeffries United team as well. So it's very, very good to see him joining us. Our other new player is just down here, George Iliev. For those of you who watched last year's Football Manager The Basics, you'll recognise him. He has joined us for £240,000 from Leyton Orient. He'd already scored, that's a good record, 10 goals in 25 games in League 2 for Leyton Orient. That is a good record. That is a very good record. And he also managed to get some goals for Bolton in a couple of seasons ago as well, so that's also good. So I'm pleased that we've got him on board. Very pleased that we've got him on board. He'd be good enough for League One sides as well. Potential of 4 stars, so that's good. Second best rated striker according to this. He is currently out with an injury. A hip injury, out for 2 to 3 months it was originally, but it seems to have dropped to 2 months, which is pretty good now. So it's a shame that he's going to have to wait a little while to make his debut, but apart from that, yeah, so it's not too bad, it's okay. In terms of our squad options, I'll head into that now. I made a bit of a tactical gamble for the last game, and it did backfire on us, as you can see. So I'm going to swap back to the 4-4-2. And I'm going to clear the selection. Where is it? There it is. And I'm going to pick the team again from scratch. So we're going to have King in goal, because he has been one of our best players this season. Very, very pleased with how well he's been playing. I'm going to put Villa at right back. We've had Grant playing there recently, but he's starting to get a bit tired, so I think he deserves a rest. We're going to put Jones at left back because he has been good when he's played. Kavanagh has also been good, but I prefer Jones, in all honesty. I just think he brings something that we don't get from the rest of our team. In terms of centre-backs, we're going to have Cartwright there. And I want to play Stevens, but he's only on 88%, so I think it's going to have to be Haynes. So that's again a bit of a gamble, but hopefully it pays off. Hopefully it does pay off. Right, our midfield pairing is going to be Manton. And I am very tempted to put in Forster-Caskey for his second game for us, but I think he could do with a rest. Delamont has been one of our best players recently. He's made the team of the week last week, even though we lost. So I'd say bringing him into the lineup again is not a bad option. In terms of our advanced midfield, I'm going to play McNamee on the left hand side. And I'm going to play Bobo on the right hand side. And then up front I'm going to have Smith playing there, and I'm going to have Wes Thomas playing there. And then our bench, we are going to have O'Brien, of course. We are going to have Kavanagh. We are going to have... Where is he? I saw him on it just now. Oh no, Webster's injured, so we can't have him. I guess we have to have Grounds. Although now I've put Kavanagh in. Oh goodness. Alright, Grant. I'm going to put him in. Wilson, he of course has to be in. Fantastic player for us. Forster-Caskey, and I guess Beckhold as a sub-striker. Aarons gets a rest for this game. Other players, McNair gets a rest, Klopmas gets a rest, Stevens, as I said, captain, gets a rest. So, you know, we get some of our key players rested. Are you kidding me? Minimum of 6 players trained in England for 3 years before 21st birthday. Okay. So we're going to have to make one tactical change. Oh, I know what we could do. We could bring Forster-Caskey in for Delamond. Does that really not bring that number up? Wow. Alright, let's just do it that way. See, the team they've picked is basically the one I would have gone for, apart from they've got Bettinelli in goal and Grant at right back. I don't want Grant at right back, I want Villa at right back. And I don't really want Stevens at centre back either. Alright, screw it. McNair at centre back. Delamond, Forster-Caskey, Aarons, Wilson, Smith, Thomas. See, I wanted to play McNamee. I still want to play McNamee. Where is McNamee? There's McNamee. There we go. I suppose I'll have to keep Wilson there now. That is one rule I don't like in the Football League, is the whole... I don't even know how you'd describe it, really. The trained in England rule. That will disappear over time. Because these players, as the longer they're with us, the more years they've had training with us, and you know, this is our 3rd year, so it'll become 3 years after this one. So next season we should be able to have a bit more flexibility in our lineups. Alright, Smith to Forster-Caskey, through to Delamond. Eye of the Needle to Thomas. Oh god, that's why I want to get rid of Thomas, because he just passes like that, basically. The most observant of you may have noticed that we're no longer at Vicarage Road as well. That's one of the reasons I wanted to show you guys this match. This is actually our 2nd game back at Gosling. First game was a victory, as you saw. And then we had an away game which we lost. Now we're back home again. And I like the fact that we're home. I like seeing what's new in the stadium as well. Not a great deal has changed. You can see where the stands have grown a little bit. There's buildings around the outside, which means that eventually we will have to move away from here. We'll have to build a new stadium. That'll probably be about Championship level. We'll have to build a new stadium. I just hope we don't have to ground share whilst that's being done. I'd like to think that we'd be able to stay here whilst the new stadium is built. But you never know. This game does tend to do strange things when it comes to stadiums. Oh great, we're 1-0 down. Jordan Maguire-Drew. What a name that is. 3 names you would not expect to go together. But there they are. And he scored. Woodman's free kick. Headed down by somebody. I saw the name Rose, might have been him. And then Maguire-Drew. So we need to come back into it. One of the reasons I took the tactical gamble in the last match is because of the injuries to our strikers. Moussa Dembele, who's scored more hat-tricks recently than I'd care to remember, he's currently out injured. Smith is our only really available first-choice striker who I get on with, because as you know I want to get rid of Wes Thomas. I have done since the start of the season. That's why I like Smith so much, because he has had his little goal-scoring form himself, even though he's been in the team basically by default due to injuries to Dembele, and also the absence of Kramer, and the fact that Peter Wilson is currently out on loan. It's nice to see that Smith can take his chances, and he is starting to become our best player again, which is very, very nice to see. Those of you who remember our first season, he was actually being tracked by Arsenal and Tottenham and Chelsea and Man City, and you name a big team, they wanted Smith. So the fact that he's now doing well again is good, and he's going to have to do even better, because once again, thanks to a Woodman set piece, we are losing again. Brooks with the goal that time. First name David Brooks. Not quite as upmarket as Jordan Maguire Drew, but you can't have it all, can you? So we are losing again. Berry really starting to turn the screw, and actually Bettinelli looks like he's struggling out there. He's not having a great game. Hopefully our attackers can pull us back into this in the latter stages of this half, and also in the second half. Hopefully the beginning of the second half give us time to actually build up for a winner towards the end of the game. We got a chance here now. Thomas on the ball. Skips past the challenges. Needs to do something with it. I get a bit edgy when they take too many touches like this. And as you can see, tackled. We won the throw in, but still, he could have done better there. And then the attack breaks down. McNair with the header forward. Couldn't find anyone in blue and red. McNair went for the challenge there and also failed to come out with the ball. Adams with the low cross. Brooks went to shoot. Grounds managed to get it away. Thomas on the ball again. Come on, do something with it. There we go. Into McNamee. He finds Delamond. Through, tried to get it through to Smith. It was a good idea, just not great execution, unfortunately. And it was well intercepted by the Bury defender. And Shwan Jalal manages to kick it straight to McNamee. And he pings it over the top. That's a good ball to Smith. And that's a good ball out wide to Wilson. Great effort and a great finish from Keith Wilson. His 10th goal of the season. He has been one of our standouts this year. Great performance from him. He was a young player of the month this month as well, so it's good to see that he's carrying on that form. And that's a good finish, high into the roof of the net, wide of the keeper, well taken. Great ball from McNamee to find Smith as well. Made that a very, very easy pass for Smith to make. And that's good, 2-2 at half time. Twice we've come from behind. It's not great that we've conceded the goal twice in this game, but the fact that we have the resilience to come back, that's what I like to see from my teams. The never say die attitude is very, very strong. Alright, Smith on the ball. Went to shoot, blocked. Jones with the chance to pick up the loose one. Couldn't quite get there in time. He takes this long throw in though, and it's thrown to Smith. Squares it to Wes Thomas, and he does put it away. He might not be my most favourite person in the world right now, but the fans will appreciate that goal. Very, very well taken from him. Well worked move. Once again, Smith involved. Scored one and assisted two. And from where he ran there, very, very well. Pick out his strike partner. And again, made the finish very, very easy for Thomas. Little left foot dink round the keeper. And we're back up to second in the league, which is fantastic. We are still 7 points behind York. So we're going to have to do a little bit of running and gunning in order to chase them down. But, apart from that, it is good that we are a second in the league again, because we were very, very low down. And I had actually avoided twice being sacked. I had 2 matches where my job was on the line, and we managed to win them both. I think one of them was the Morecambe match that I showed you the scoreline of. So it's good that not only am I still in a job, but also that my team managed to turn things around for those matches where I really was in trouble, and kept the form going afterwards, and kept pushing us up the table to where we are now. That was really, really good. Right, Stevens for McNair, because he's looking tired, and the last thing I need is a tired defence towards the end of the game. And I'm also going to bring Bobo on for Delamond. Bobo has had a very, very quiet season this year, and so has Delamond. He's had a very quiet first half of the season. only scored twice this season. And I think the first goal he scored this season was only his second goal for us, maybe his third goal for us. Something along those lines, which isn't brilliant. It's not terrible, but it's not brilliant. But, you know, Bobo has scored goals for us this season. He has been fairly consistent in his goal scoring. But in recent games, he hasn't been at his best. So I am still giving him chances. I am still putting him in the team and hoping that something good comes along. But it's not brilliant right now. It is a bit worrying when one of your informed players sort of loses touch with their ability, let's say. So, you know, keep putting him in the team, give him that little morale boost. Make sure that he doesn't get complacent though, so drop him to the bench like we did today. I think he was in the lineup for the match 2 games ago, our last league win. Missed the last game. I say missed the last game, he came off the bench, but by then the damage had already been done, we were losing. In actual fact, he's going to have to pull the stops out now because we are losing again. Panic sub, bring Beckhold on up front. See if that changes anything. I highly doubt it will, but you never know. Fingers crossed and all that. It was another poor goal to concede. Little dink ball to the back post. Bettinelli caught really in no man's land. Came too close to his near post and then couldn't get over to the far in time. Made that an easy header for Rose. Not a good goal to concede. Don't really know where our defence was during all that either. Disappointing. Right, Wilson squares it to Thomas. Saved. Back to Thomas. Back in front. High scoring game. I don't know what it is about this series. Whenever I record videos, we don't keep a clean sheet. But as soon as I play a game off camera, not only do we keep a clean sheet, but we score loads of goals as well, which really helps our goal difference. Suddenly here, it doesn't happen like that. Thomas was lucky there that he got 2 bites of that, because the way Wilson passed that to him, he really should have buried it first time. He was lucky that Beckhold stuck his foot in the way and blocked it back to him. Otherwise, you know, wouldn't have looked good. Wouldn't have looked good if he'd missed 2 good chances. Luckily for us though, he scored twice in this game. So maybe I'm a little bit off criticising him. He has scored already this match. And he has potentially won us the game. Still got 5 minutes to go though, so it's still a bit up in the air. Fingers crossed though. He has played well in this match. And he does knock it through for Beckhold. It does come back to him. McNamee tried the little clever lob over the keeper and just put it wide. It's good to see McNamee coming into the team and doing well as well. He's been out of the side for a little while. Struggled to get in with Aaron's doing as well as he has been. Aaron scored a hat-trick for us a few games ago as well, which is a very, very well taken hat-trick. Might have even been a perfect hat-trick, left foot, right foot header. But he's done exceptionally well. Him and Dembele have been the difference for us this season. And it's those two in form that have brought us up to where we are on the table now. Take Aaron's out, bring in McNamee, and luckily we still managed to win. Gone back to the 4-4-2. I've learnt from my mistake of going to the 4-2-3-1. I don't think we're quite at a level where that's going to work yet. But we have won the game. So I'm going to look at the schedule again, guys, because I think really in this season there's only a couple more matches that I really want to show you. Maybe this game against Wickham, because it'll be towards the end of the season and we'll start to see where we are in terms of final league position. And stick with tradition, last game of the season against Exeter. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subbed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, I will see you soon.